Hey everyone, I hope you guys are doing fine. I thought I'd throw this quick video together while I'm headed to listen to the Wilson Audio Alexx V. If you guys know anything about me, you guys would know I've been using Wilson Audio speakers for quite some time now. I think this is probably 5 pairs that I've owned, and I've never been really disappointed. There are some challenges like any other speaker. You guys know there's always going to be the need for a good room, acoustic treatments, the right amplification, but that goes with any speaker, right? That goes with any single speaker that you buy. So if you have followed my YouTube channel, you guys would know I've owned the Wilson Audio Alexx, but this new generation of Wilson Audio, the MK2, or as they call it, the V, is a speaker that I have to hear, and I have to be able to see what Wilson did differently. The cool thing about this speaker that I'm going to listen to, the setup, is that they're using Boulder gear, which is what I've owned with my Alexx. They're using the same line stage, which is the Boulder 2110. They're using the same amplification, basically. It's the 2160, which is the stereo version of the 2150 monos that I had. So it's going to give me quite a very close presentation to what I had. Of course, their DAC is not a DAC that compares to what I had, right? DCS or the MSB. I believe it is a Chord Dave, which is a good DAC in its own right. But I think for Wilson speakers, it's been already a proven combination to use the DCS DAC. And I've seen some systems out there with MSB. But anyway, I am very excited to hear this speaker and hopefully bring you guys my impressions as far as what I hear. I got my test tracks. I got everything I need to try to recreate that particular setup and make it as close as possible to what I had at home. As you guys know, I am very vocal about the fact that it's very difficult to actually gauge any speaker in any sort of show or dealer, because that's not really the representation of what you'll get when you take it home, right? So there's nothing better than having that component at home. But the reality is it's quite expensive and pricey to have every single combination out there. So you have to use your best judgment in order to find out whether what you're hearing at a show or at a dealer is going to hopefully give you what you're looking for, sonically speaking. But you really never know until you take it home. Just remember that. Now, I know I just played the Griffin Essence 50 watt stereo amplifier for you guys on a previous video or videos where you guys got to hear the amplifier sound pretty impressive, if you ask me. I know most of you guys are always all about wattage, myself included, all about power, all about current, and are always trying to find an amplifier with enough power to drive your speakers, right? But I will tell you that the Griffin Essence has really changed my idea or perspective about amplification. With 50 watts, that amplifier has done incredible things. I can't really believe how great it sounds for the money. And I am going to be doing a review on this amplifier. This amplifier, I will tell you that if you have ever doubted that amplifier as to not having perhaps enough power for your speakers, you can forget about that, guys. You're listening to it with my M6 Magical speakers, okay? I sincerely doubt that any of you guys who watch my channel have a speaker that can be more difficult to drive than the M6. It's a seal speaker. It's got 6 10.5 inch woofers. I mean, it needs, the right grip and the right control to really get going. And that amplifier is having absolutely no trouble doing that. But yes, I did say that I'm going to be buying other amplifiers, which will be coming over the next few weeks for you guys to hopefully listen and then see how far we can get with the M6, right? Right now, what I can say at a high level about the speaker, the M6 is so far, and I've shared these thoughts with a lot of you guys, is a speaker that really needs the utmost care. It needs the last ounce of effort from you to really get it to blow you away. It isn't a speaker that you can play with any component that you want and it's going to sound good. It simply isn't that speaker. I can tell you that speaker is a speaker that requires that person, that individual with this personality that wants to explore and see how far they can take the speaker. It isn't a plug and play speaker. If you're thinking the Magical M6 is a speaker that you can just drop in your room, connect everything you have on hand, and you're done, I got news for you. It is not that speaker. It is a speaker that will require from a lot of other things from you. It will require cabling. It will require amplification. It will require acoustic treatment. I'm actually right now in the middle of buying more acoustic panels for my room. Now, of course, yes, I understand this is applicable to other speakers, but more so with the Magical M6. It's not that it's bad because of that. It's just a different speaker. Every speaker has different demands from you, right? Wilson has challenges as well. Wilson has challenges with the room. It needs a room to really shine. It needs that back wall to be available for it to really give you that thump and that bass. I feel that Wilson has other, not limitations, but it has other demands from you, other things that you need to do in order to properly tune it. So it's the same thing with different brands, guys. Don't think that it is just the Magical in general, the Magical speaker that has this issue. No. Martin Logan electrostatics have other issues. I've had the Neoliths. You guys have seen it. You know, you've seen my videos on my channel of the electrostatic speakers. They have other requirements, like the room needs to be there, the electronics, let alone, I mean, that speaker is very difficult to drive. So there are many things that you guys always have to keep in mind when you're buying speakers. Yes, I am a believer most of your budget should be towards your speaker, 100%. I'm a believer that when you bring a better speaker in your room, it forces you to elevate the rest of your equipment. Because what happens is, if you're buying a speaker that, let's say, random thought, let's say your speaker currently is, I don't know, 20,000 USD, right? Let's just throw a number out there. And you happen to save money, and now you got into a speaker that's $40,000. Better speaker, whatever that may be, right? Just an overall better design, right? More revealing, more neutral, more transparent, however you want to categorize the speaker. Now what you did is you are now forcing the rest of your system to deliver, because now you have a speaker that's capable of pointing out, pinpointing all your flaws, all the places in your system where you took shortcuts, all the lamp cords that you may have as a power cord, all the poor, stands and isolation devices or electricity. It will call you out now. So now you have to go back to the drawing board and begin to reevaluate your system. Guys, this is part of the hobby. This is part of the game. I wish I could tell you something different, but I can't. And I feel that most of us have this idea that we buy a speaker and the speaker is going to fix all of our issues. It doesn't work that way. Okay, so, but anyway, more to come on that topic. Right now, what I wanted to let you guys know is that we will be doing, okay guys, the shootout of the MSB versus DCS Rossini with the clock. All I need are 5,000 subscribers, and we're there. Everything is pretty much ready to go on my end when it comes to the shootout. I am literally just waiting for us to hit 5,000 subscribers. I will tell you that when we hit 5,000 subs, you guys are going to enjoy what I'm going to do, because I am going to try to do something that has never been done on YouTube, but just to give you some of the two of the best DAC manufacturers out there, going toe to toe, and see who which one stays in my room. So it's decide as to which DAC is the one that will survive and continue to move forward with me. Remember, this is about synergy. It's about matching components. Nothing at this level, guys, nothing really sucks or anything like that. Nothing is bad. It's just now when you get to this level, there's one thing you have to remember. It's on you now to accommodate. It's your job now. You become the cook now. And that's what you have to remember. When you spend more money, now there are more things and details that you didn't have to think about in the past that you are now having to pay close attention to. So when we continue to do this, just know that a lot of my system will go through transitions, will go through different changes, but at the end of the day, I am loving the ability that I'm having to mix and match, to try different tonalities, to try different speaker brands, different amplifiers, and then decide as to what I feel is the closest to real life. I think I've hit that probably a few times already in the past with other systems. But you know, I like to assemble and disassemble my system and see if I can actually outperform the best version of my previous setups. That's what I try to do every single day. But I am realizing too that sitting down too long every single day listening to your system can also lead to you not necessarily enjoying the system as much. And let me explain to you what I mean by that. What I mean by that is taking time away from your system, having a vacation, going somewhere with your family, watching movies, whatever, and then circling back a few days later or a week later to listen to your system and reevaluate things will actually be an eye-opener for you guys, because you're going to realize how unfair you guys are, and myself included, oftentimes, where we nitpick our system because we're there every day and our ears get used to it constantly, day in, day out. Believe me when I say this. You will get used to your system, and then you start figuring out what is it that you don't like about it. But the reality is, it's not that you don't like anything about it, it's that you got used to it. That's all there is. You got used to it, and now you're just looking for a change. And remember, change is not always an indication that you have seen improvement. Change does not mean you improved. Remember that. It's just a different sound that your ears and brain are telling you, hey, I like this is better, but it's not always the case, okay? So that's all I got for today, guys. Thank you. I will give you my thoughts at some point on the Alexx V, and be on the lookout for those thoughts in the near future on my channel. Thank you for following me, and have a blessed weekend.